Hello, hello. Is this working? Can you see me? I don't even know if any of my equipment works anymore. It's been so long since I've seen all of you guys. Oh yeah, you guys can't see me. Haku, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on today. Nugs, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on today as well. And yeah, as the title states, I'm so sorry you're sick, Haku. So sorry to hear that. Hopefully you feel better soon, my friend. Um, as the title states, this might be it, guys. This might be it. I heard a notification. I thought it might be you, so you looked at it. Were you sleeping? Worst day to have bad Wi-Fi. Ouch. Ouch. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to feel, but I can certainly explain and talk about everything and start from the beginning and how we got here and where my thoughts were and where I wanted to end up. And I've been there's a typhoon here. Oh gosh. You okay? Everything good? Is that an earthquake? Earthquake out in the ocean? Get a typhoon? So sorry. But that's the saying. I can sit here and talk about how we got here, and where I wanted to go, where I saw myself going. She's the typhoon. What? Who's the typhoon? You with somebody right now? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. I can't complain. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. Haku, you have two accounts, eh? Your girlfriend? I figured. Everything is fine. It's this is exactly why I added the title the way it is. Who nugs needs to throw soy sauce at? Luckily you have your ear pods in. Yeah. And look, now I'm talking straight to you guys. Instead of looking at my screen, looking at your guys' chat fall through and come through. Look, I'm just being completely and totally transparent. Okay. This was something that had been on my mind for a while. You guys may not know, because I didn't announce it. I didn't promote it, but I was supposed to celebrate a 2-year streaming anniversary last month. Almost a month to the date. And I had to take a moment and take a step back. As you guys know, I haven't streamed the last 2 weeks. Shawnee, hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on today. So I've been thinking about this for a long while, and I didn't know where this was going to end up and how far this was going to take me. And I'm going to start. It's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the happy 2 years. Thank you. It's all good. It's all good. I haven't streamed the last 2 weeks, and I've been so busy trying to catch up and run 2 companies that it's starting to catch up to me. But let me start from the beginning. Let me give you guys a little bit of my story and how I got to today and what I've been pondering on and why I'm making a decision. And here's why. A little over 2 years ago, I probably at my peak in terms of running a very, very successful company. And I was looking for something else. I was looking for more. And when you, and all of you are going to go through this at some point in your lives. So I want you guys to really, really listen to what I'm saying, because really you guys are going to, at some point in your life, it's going to resonate. Richard, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on today. And here's the thing, guys. This is going to resonate with you guys, you know, later in life, as I stated. You guys are going to go to school, going to go to college, going to start careers, going to be excited for every step that you guys go along the way in your lives, which is what makes life great. It makes life exciting, because if you're not striving for anything, if you're not trying to move up, if you're not trying to do more, then what the hell are you doing? Why? Well, you know, like find a goal and go achieve it. Find something that you enjoy and go do it. And I've had multiple, yes, level ups. That's correct. You're going to level up in your life multiple times. Many times. No, each step I jump off bridges. Again, each step, every time you guys accomplish something, it's to get you to something else and to continue that. So before I started streaming in 2023. 2023. It's been 2 years. Before that, I had already spent almost 4 years running a very successful company. And I got to the point to where I was looking for something else to do. I wanted to do something else. I wanted more. And my youngest kid and myself, at the time she was 14 years old, my youngest kid and myself, we were super, and I mean super excited for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom that was coming out. And jokingly, I don't remember if I said it or she said it. You probably were going to get that anyway. But when I'm having this discussion with my kid, and I don't remember if I said it, she said it. She's like, you know what? Or maybe I said, you know what? I should stream it, or she said you should stream it. And in that moment, regardless of who said it, in that moment I thought, you know what? Let me really consider this. Let me think about this. Let me think about if this is something I can do. Is this something I would be good at? And you guys can go to YouTube and go find at least a video that was created after the stream. And you guys can see how poor the video quality was, how bad the audio sounded, how grainy the video game was on stream. You can go see how just shy I was on camera doing this for the first time. No glasses on, no shades. The lighting was bad. I mean, it was an adventure. I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can actually make this better and continue on and move on. But you know, I put together a couple things that I had already here in place. I had a computer. I had a microphone. I had a poor looking camera. I needed a couple things to make it better. I got what I needed to at least stream from a console. I was streaming from my Nintendo Switch, and I'll go even further. The night The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom came out, I went and I did the craziest thing I've never done in my life. I never camped out for a game or a system or anything like that. I went and I got a chair and I sat and patiently waited for GameStop, my local GameStop, to allow us to go ahead and pay for the game. I was the first one in line. So at that store, I was the first one that got to pay for his game, got to leave out of the store. And super excited as I was, by the way, this is a midnight release. So I came back to my house and I immediately popped it in, hit go live, and started streaming to nobody because nobody was on. Absolutely nobody was on whatsoever. It felt awkward for me just to sit there and talk to myself for, I don't even know how long the stream was. I have no idea. I tried to play this off too. I remember when I did the first stream, I hit go live and I went and took a shower. And then I came back and then I switched screens and then I started playing. So I don't know how many people I lost in the beginning by doing that. It had a very, very long intro. I mean, it was on loop. If anybody jumped on that stream and left and had no anticipation of waiting for me to jump on, good on you. I would not have waited either. Complete learning process. But I did it. I started the stream and I went through, maybe 3-4 hours. I can't remember how long it was. It's a couple hours. I went through as much as I could. And here's the thing. The next day I was flying out. To go to a funeral the very next, well, I say the next day, the same day, because it's midnight that day. That day I went out and later on that day, I went out and flew out for a funeral. And I had all this support from my family who had already flown out because I flew them out first. They knew I had to go pick up the game, et cetera, et cetera. They were cool with that. It was a place I don't really like to go anyway. And they were all for it. Look, they left before I did. I went behind them. And I had like when I got there, my youngest saw the stream and she had some comments and she was proud and it made me feel great. It made me feel very good. I did it, right? I put myself out to you guys on camera, on stream for the first time ever. I'm live. I don't know what the heck I'm doing whatsoever. Nothing. I don't freaking know what I'm doing. I'm just learning. I'm just hitting go live and just going for it. And as exciting as all that is, as exciting as all that was, I went to that funeral. I came back a couple days later and I remember coming back. I very strictly remember coming back on a Sunday. It was super early in the morning. It was Mother's Day as well when I flew back. And the moment I got back here, I jumped on the computer as sleepy and tired as I was, jumped back on, and I did my second stream with my kiddo sitting next to me. And that felt awesome. That was an awesome feeling. And I'm doing all this in the beginning to learn, right? My plan in my mind is like, you know what? One day, Padre is going to retire. And what is Padre going to do with his life? Padre did not know. Padre didn't know. I had no clue. I had built an empire already, and I was to the point where I was ready to retire, I think, anyway, mentally. And I thought, you know what? I like video games, and I was really starting to enjoy doing this, doing streaming and hanging out with people and having a blast, having a great laugh. And that's all I wanted to do. That time when I went to Mexico, you guys, many of you guys remember this. The time that I went to Mexico, I as stranded as I was out in Mexico, I ultimately was there to do my residency. What that means is I essentially am a resident of Mexico. I can come and go between the United States and Mexico as if I was born in Mexico. I did that because I wanted to retire in Mexico. I wanted to go out there and cost of living much, much lower than what it is today. And I essentially, went there with my entire family and got stuck there for a month. Being out there for a month changed a lot of things, and made me realize that maybe streaming out there wouldn't be the best for me if I was going to continue streaming. One, you guys remember how many problems I had with just internet alone? To my knowledge, there's not very much fiber internet in Mexico. I have fiber internet here. My internet is 2.5 gigabits per second. So, you know, I'm downloading, uploading gigabytes worth of files and data in seconds or minutes. So I had to like think about all this stuff. So I learned a lot being out there and streaming from a tablet. I was streaming from an iPad the entire time I was in Mexico. You had quite a few issues. I did. I did have quite a few issues. But here's the thing. So I'm streaming. I'm I did the entire Legend of Zelda game from beginning to end. There are some parts of the game I did not stream. I did some side quests on the side, and I finished the game. The ending was awesome. You guys can go catch that on YouTube as well. Go enjoy that. Go have a great time with that. I think it's probably the most excited I was to the ending of a game ever. But I digress. And I'm going through after the game, I'm going through the motions of being a streamer because I don't know what to stream next. I'm on my Switch. I'm playing Splatoon. I'm playing oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of this other game. But I'm playing random games at this point. And then one day I've seen my kids play Genshin, and they kept talking to me about Genshin, and Genshin's like Zelda, and et cetera, et cetera. And I realized that okay, this game might be cool to stream. I'm looking, I'm doing research now. But this is before AI, right? Or right around the time of AI. I'm looking for people to go watch and try to mirror what they're doing. And now I'm really taking this serious. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start a new game, and I'm gonna try to play through as much as possible. And you guys know I did this game for over a year. And even over a year, I didn't even get close to finishing all the side quests. So shame on me. There's so much to do in that game. But I fell in love with the story. The story was awesome. The story was great. And this is how I met the majority of all of you that are on, was playing Genshin. And you guys know and you guys remember that I struggled with so much in the beginning. You guys had a blast laughing at Padre as he struggled through multiple areas of the game because I am very, what's the word I'm looking for? Just I guess weird in a sense because I didn't follow everything from beginning to end when I first started. I was all over the place. All over the place. I remember doing R&Rs before I probably should have been doing R&Rs. And yeah, it was very, very challenging playing that new game and really not knowing what the heck I was doing. And I like anytime I play any type of game, if there is teleportation points, I'm going for that first because that makes the rest of the game so much easier for me to do. And I found myself doing that a lot. You guys remember, I was all over the place on the map. I was in areas I probably shouldn't have been at the skill level that I was in the game. But I did it, and I was having the absolute best time playing the game and learning from you guys, learning from the game itself, learning from my kids. And it just had an absolute, I can't explain it. But I had a great time. Now I'm taking streaming more seriously. What do? I get more equipment. I upgrade every freaking thing that I possibly can. I have new desks. I have a new computer. I have new microphones. I have lighting. I have a new camera. I have a teleprompter right there that I can see you guys chat on. So I am taking everything, and I mean everything, extremely serious. I'm streaming 4 days a week for 4 hours at a time. I'm playing 2 to 3 games at a time. Does anybody remember Spider-Man 2? I played Spider-Man 2 from beginning to end during this entire time. Does anybody remember me playing Honkai? I played Honkai. I got to a point at Honkai where I was like, you know what? I can't continue this. I'm stuck unless I go back and do more side quests. I played all the way up to a certain point in Genshin. I have not touched Genshin in months. There's many things I can say about Genshin. Hoyo in particular, who are, man, they remind me of Amazon, of how greedy they are. I'll just be honest. Like, go pay your people. Go pay your people. The birth of our favorite madres. Yes, 100%. Great freaking times. I'm having a blast doing this. And I would always tell you guys after every stream, I appreciate you guys. I'm always humbled, grateful, thankful that you guys were always here to spend time with me. While I'm here spending time with you guys, I'm spending less time on my business. I'm spending less time with my family, even though I've done, I can't tell you how many times I traveled in 2024. But I'm doing more of this because I love it, because I want to be great at it, because I want to grow it, because I think I could do something with it. And I'm beginning to do less with my family, who's now seeing less of me and getting to do less things with me, and just overall having less time. Now, they do jump on every now and again on stream. They do take a look. They don't mention much. They don't say much at all. I don't know if any of them are watching right now, but essentially, when you go through that at my stage in life, I'm 44 years old, guys. 44. My kids are growing super fast. I have a 22-year-old and I have a 16-year-old and I have a spouse. And as you go through stages in life where family doesn't think they're getting what they need from you and vice versa, relationships tend to dwindle because now we're not spending any time. Like that's a big factor, right? If anybody really wants to take what I'm saying seriously, go check out the book, The 5 Love Languages. Go read that book. I've read it years and years ago, and it talks about like love buckets. Everybody has at least 2 love buckets, and they're all categorized. There are certain things that you as a human being that you need and you desire and that you want. And that book helps you categorize that so that you know for you what it is that you need in order to feel loved. And over the last, I won't say it's the entire 2 years, probably a year, that has dwindled with me and my family. And so, I'm going now I'm, a year into streaming and I'm still playing Genshin. I'm still playing all these great games. And I'm still loving this. I'm still doing it. I'm enjoying it. I love when each and every single one of you jump on and says hi. Not necessarily stays the entire time for the stream, because at no point would I ever tell you guys, or state anything different to where you guys, just have to leave. That's fine. Like it's life, right? It's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to tell you guys, oh, you guys are a bad friend for not hanging out. Dude, it's a stream. I'm here. I'm here. And yeah, I appreciate that, Shawnee. Thank you so much, Shawnee. I really do appreciate that. And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that here very soon. But I'm going through motions. I'm not the same person, right? I'm going to be legit with you guys. What I do for my company has taken a huge mental toll on me. My first 2 years when I opened it back in 2019, I worked 18 hours a day. That is literal 18 hours a day. 18 for 2 years. My thought process was, and I can't do 18 hours a day for streaming. There's no way. Not running a company. We're running now 2 companies. But I essentially thought that I could put in the same effort into streaming, like really put in the time and be consistent. And I was, for the most part, I was really consistent for about a year and a half. And I really was trying to help this grow. And any of you guys that see other streamers and knows, like, it takes an enormous amount of time to grow a following and grow a stream and grow a community, stay active with the community. Think about it. How active am I on Discord? Not much. I'm just so busy. And it's not that I don't want to be. It's not that I don't want to be. I would love to be more active on Discord. It's just I'm getting pulled in 50 different directions every day. So I essentially kept pushing on in hopes that this would continue to grow. Nikkei, does anybody remember me playing Nikkei? I'm sure some of you guys still play it. Nikkei, yes, that game got me an achievement, okay? Because I got raided with a bunch of people. I had 50 people on at one point. Expedition 33 recently, I had 60 people on at one point. All lurking, which is very weird. But either way, I had a streamer friend who used to stream Final Fantasy a lot, but a while ago now he just stopped streaming without warning. It takes a toll. It takes a toll on you. The birthplace of my biggest addiction, Nikkei. But again, it's a lot of hard work, and it's very daunting to do this. Look, I'll give you guys just a quick. I don't remember the guy's name. I can go find it. But there's this guy that streams. He's streaming to one person. He found me at one point on Twitter, reached out, and I said hi. And the guy has more followers than I do now. However, when he streams, it's like to one person. There's not much people on there. I stream, I have less followers, I have a bigger following. I have look, there's 15 people around right now. And it's great. It's wonderful. I was looking at it in terms of one day retiring. And what ended up happening during it's been almost a year. I started thinking, okay, I'm not moving to Mexico anytime soon. It's not going to happen. It's not in the cards yet. My kids still have their lives here, and then I want to uproot them. And then, they miss out on stuff that they need here in the U.S. Me, however, I can take a duffel bag and just gone. I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. But I kept pushing, and about a year ago, I was thinking like, okay, I'm not moving anytime soon. So what else can I do? I'm like a video game. I like to see the achievements. Anytime you achieve something and you get that, achievement in the upper right corner, if you're playing PlayStation, dope, or Xbox, whatever the case is, doesn't matter. Achievement, right? I'm looking for the next thing. I'm looking for the next achievement. Like, what else can I do? What more can I do to grow? How can I make myself better? How can I make the people around me better? How can I make my companies better? The people that work for me better? Like, there's just so many things that run through my mind every single day. My mind does not stay quiet until I go to sleep. It's the only time my mind stays quiet. I constantly, I have tons and tons and tons of things just racing and racing through my mind. And it comes with being a business owner. And when I was just an employee for a company, I didn't have this issue. I didn't have 5,000 things running through my head in a day. As a business owner, shoot, I have a lot of that now. I have a lot of that down. But in just going back a year ago, I was looking for the next thing. I started another company. I was traveling to and from California to get everything started, to have some meetings. You can do platinum videos every now and again. That's true. That is true. I can do that. I could start recording my own life and just post that and post achievements for everything that I achieve. I'm not sure anybody would want to see that, but hey, it's something. It's something. But I've essentially, again, a year ago, I was looking to what more can I do? What else can I do? I started an IT company. You guys know this. Started an IT company recently. Officially opened my doors at the middle of March. That was a process to get from August when I signed the paperwork to March. And I'm to the point now, today where I'm super busy. I go to networking events multiple times a week and I'm talking to people. I want you guys to know something. I'm introverted. I'm very introverted. You probably wouldn't realize that by watching me on a camera. But if you look at my early videos, I'm shy. Okay. I mean, now when live hits, I can go. I can speak in front of a camera. I can speak to people. But once I'm done with those networking events, yes, please link me. Please link me, Shawnee. I appreciate that. But once I'm done with those networking events, once I'm done streaming, I curl up. I literally curl up because I just spent so much time talking and either listening to myself or listening to somebody else that I need time. I need time to bring it on down now. Because I'm already nervous most times, not all the time, but I'm nervous to speak in front of a camera or speak to people that I don't know or whatever the case is. It makes it very difficult. It's not easy. It's not an easy task to do. It's not an easy chore to do. But I do it. I find a way to do it. And I'm running two companies. This is now, I started this in last August. I'm running two companies in August. And I think I was still streaming pretty much 4 days a week. And at some point, I don't remember exactly when this happened, but the stream started to become less. And it was all due to everything that was going on between the two companies. Every September to December for the last 6 years, my company, my first company that I run, they get even busier than what I am now. So I have to manage so much. And I don't know how I do it while streaming too. There are times where my employees reached out to me while I'm on stream talking. Some kind of way I'm able to respond to them while on stream and still talk and still run through it. And I just amaze myself sometimes. I'm sure there's many times you guys see me look down, look this way because my phone it's right there. But they reach out to me. They need things, and there's nothing that I can't ignore them. Cannot ignore them. They need to hear back from me on whatever it is that they need. And I felt like I cheated you guys a lot because of the time that I had to take away from running my two companies and doing this. And I have been in a constant mental battle between like, dang, I'm disappointing you guys, right? Because you guys are not seeing me 4 times a week anymore. And the battle of crap, I have all this stuff I need to do for this other company and it's not getting my attention. And crap, my family's not getting the attention they need from me because I'm too busy doing all this other stuff that I want to do that I'm doing. So I essentially am, I'm constantly having a mental battle. Mental breaks 100% are good. 1 billion%. Billion freaking percent. I tried to do that multiple times by going away, going on vacations, taking time away. Those did not help me. I'm not gonna lie, those did not help me. I probably grew more frustrated being away because I couldn't do much or couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. But I'm learning now to take the step back, which is why the streams became less, which is why you guys see less of me, which is why I'm not as interactive on Discord anymore. I just have to. There's no other choice here. I essentially I've been working hard for several years in a row. And I never really took a moment to take a step back and take care of myself physically or mentally. And I'm to the point today where I'm actually really starting to take care of myself physically, but I also need to take care of myself mentally. Streaming, I still love. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys. I love being able to spew out all these words that are in my mind that I've been holding on to. And this is in no way a reflection of me trying to project that onto you guys. I love every single one of y'all, all of you. I can mention so many names that have been through here that have either made me laugh, or I made you laugh, or I've given you advice, or you given me advice. There has never ever been a time where I felt like any person that jumped on stream was, a bad viewer or somebody that wasn't worthy of watching Padre, except for the bots. But I've just essentially, and I keep saying essentially, but this is from me to you guys. Loved the interactions I've had with all of you guys. And check this out. My title got Kuro to jump on. Kuro, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on. And Kuro is a big part of this. Behind the scenes, I want you guys to know, Kuro helped me a lot. Kuro watched many streamers. Kuro gave me so much advice. Kuro would tell me where I messed up, tell me where I did good, tell me if it was a good stream, tell me if it was a bad stream, tell me where I could improve. Like, Kuro, I appreciate you very much for the last 2 years. I always try to lurk when I can. I appreciate you. Again, I'm mentioning Kuro, but so many of you guys, Nugs had us laughing so much on stream. Absolutely, loved every single laugh. Even if some of it wasn't meant for the audience that was watching, but it had absolute great times. Shawnee always jumping on. By the way, I've heard Shawnee's voice. Shawnee has streamed before, but I've never seen Shawnee. I would love to see Shawnee's face one day, but it's just awesome. And all of you guys, I can't ask many of you guys to show me your faces because some of you guys are underage. So I want to ask you, but essentially, Richard jumping on and providing tips and, being excited for whatever it is I'm going to stream next. And, it's just great times. Haku, all the advice I gave you, all you sharing your story with me, absolutely, loved it. Loved helping you out too. And I can keep naming names. I'm just trying to see the list that's on that they are currently on. And again, I don't want to miss anybody. So if anybody watches this later, if I missed you, I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. But I'm to the point today where I'm spread so thin. The Podvice always helped out a lot. Yeah, and I'm happy to continue doing that. It just probably won't be on a stream. But I'm to the point today where I'm running a company right now, the successful one that's still running, that's still going strong, and I'm starting to grow another one that requires so much of my attention more than probably what I thought. And yes, Yuki, thank you for that. Yuki is a big one too. I did my first multiplayer Genshin with Yuki. So we'll never forget Yuki either. And he was very helpful for me when I was trying to get through certain parts of Genshin when you guys were first jumping on and watching. But again, I'm to the point today where I have so much going on that it's very, very, very difficult for me to say that I can religiously, or I can be as dedicated to streaming as I was before. And I'll give you guys an example. I've worked all week, and I have a buddy of mine that wants to do a podcast. So he asked me to be on his podcast. I was on his podcast last night. I had a great time doing that. But think about it. And yesterday in the morning, I spent about 3-4 hours at a networking event. So I was already talking yesterday for hours at a time. And then I went on and I probably spent another 2 to 3 hours talking to him last night. So I spent 7 hours of my day yesterday just talking. And now I'm doing this with you guys as well. And it's not just the talking part, but it's the having to think. It's my mind racing all day. It's trying to, be a good leader, a good husband, a good father, a good manager. It's starting to weigh. It really is. I carry a lot on my shoulders, and that's just the way that I am. And I try not to project things back. Is that not working? The command's not working. You know what happened? And I'm annoyed with Streamlabs too. So Streamlabs is about to get they're about to get something nasty from me. They renewed my subscription to Streamlabs, and when they did that, it messed up a whole bunch of stuff. Let me see. CloudBot is working. Yeah, CloudBot is on. So I just turned it off. Shoot. Anyway, I digress because I'm upset with Streamlabs too. I almost didn't go live because of Streamlabs. But okay, it says it's working. So try that again, Nugs. But let's say I'm 1 year, 5 months. Yeah, you're about there. You're about there. But again, I carry everything on my shoulders, like everything. The weight of every single freaking thing is just on my shoulders, and it's starting to get too heavy. And I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger, guys. If I was in my 20s, this would probably be a different conversation right now. But I am. Does that not work? Now I'm annoyed. Does anything work? That worked. Do I even have that command? Look, again, everything on my shoulders. And that's just how I've been. That's how I am. It's starting to get to a point where it's just too much. It is way too much. So many no viewers. Wow. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You invented time travel? You're zero? No. Let me see. Hold on. What's the right command here? All betting is miscellaneous, 8-ball, media share, Q, quotes. Goodness, I don't even see that one. I don't even see watch age. Yeah, I don't even see that command on here. There you go. It's that one. It's that one. You guys got it. You guys got it. Let's check you guys. Look, almost 2 years. 1 year, 8 months, 12 days, 21 hours. I've been older than anything you thought. What? Kiro got it. See, look at that. 1 year, 8 months, 30 days. Check that out. Dope. Look at that. You guys almost spent the entire 2 years watching Padre. So, as I was saying, guys, I have spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do and what I wanted to pursue, and what what was next, and you know, where am I going to go? And here's the thing. Here's the thing I will say. First, I love every single one of you guys, all of you. You guys have brightened my day in more ways than you guys could ever imagine, and that comes from my heart. I've really and deeply, truly tried to keep this going as much as possible and for as long as possible. You never forget those amazing streams. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm trying to hold it all together right now. I never ever say goodbye. I always say see you later, because we just never know. At some point in my life, I'm gonna want to retire. Like it's just bottom line. I'm going to want to retire. You too. I've been looking forward to every stream and trying to get on as much as possible. I see, again, I appreciate that, Richard. And there's nothing more I could ever ask for. You guys have been absolutely freaking amazing. You guys have been amazing audience to stream to. And I've had so many freaking great laughs. So many. Snugs. Here comes all the comments and stuff. And been spanked and punted. The baguette. Oh my god, the baguette. See, I'm really trying to laugh as much as I can versus sit here and shed a tear. But it's, you know, this is essentially it's coming, guys. There's nothing more that I can do. I can't make, you know, a 35-hour day. I can't fit 35 hours into 24. It's just not possible. You know, I invested so much into this, thinking that this would be my retirement, that this is what I would do, you know, for the rest of my life until I can't do this anymore. I couldn't do this anymore. There's a guy that there's an older gentleman. I think he's Grandpa Gaming. He comes up on my Twitch or my TikTok every now and again. Very smart guy. He's prior military and he plays a lot of shooting games and he explains a lot of good stuff. And that's what I pictured myself doing or myself being, you know, as time went on. And I thought that maybe just maybe I could keep this going. I could, you know, keep this afloat. I could, you know, just continue to have great time and great laughs. Because again, like I said, there is there's nothing more I wanted than just hanging out with some cool people all the time. And I'll repeat this once these ads end. I will repeat it once these ads end. It is rough. It is rough. It sucks. Life is hard. Life is very hard, especially these ads. These ads are going hard too. Wish I had figured out how to turn these off before I started this stream. I'm not here to get paid. I'm not here to get paid today. And I'll tell you guys how much I got paid for the 2 years that I streaming. I have no shame in telling you guys. Okay, ads over, right? Ads are done. Ads are gone. Hopefully. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna say this again. This is very rough. Life is hard. Things change. I thought I can keep this going. In 2 years, Padre made $300 from Twitch ads. like Twitch pays nothing. Twitch pays nothing to run those ads on my stream. Yes, I have control whether ads show up or not. I do. Half a nickel. $300 for almost 1,000 hours I put into streaming. I never did the Kick affiliate thing. I have a whole 34 followers on Kick. I'm not even streaming to Kick right now because Streamlabs messed up and didn't send me the Kick today. Otherwise, they'd be getting the same message and the same goodbye or the same see you later. The same send off message. Yeah, Twitch is ridiculous. It just it is what it is. And even with the 60 viewers I had in the last 2 weeks, or not the last 2 weeks, but the 2 weeks before, it's yeah, that the golly, like how I don't know. I never really truly did this to like become a millionaire. You guys, most of you guys already know. You guys know me. I've stated it. Heck, it's on YouTube. If you stream the quick, Buttman might return. But you guys already know. You guys already know. Like I didn't do this solely for money. I didn't do this for clout. I didn't do this for fame. I did this to thinking that this would be my retirement, and I'm just not retirement ready yet. So like, will I ever come back to doing this? Yes. I 150,000 freaking percent would come back to doing this. When that's gonna happen, I don't know. I signed a 10-year deal to do my other company. So we'll see how much I can grow it in the next, several years, and when I can get to a point to where I'm not putting in as many hours into either business, and then we'll see when I can come back. I first off, let me say, like, don't unfollow me, please. Would absolutely appreciate if you guys stayed on as followers, because the day that I go live again, I don't know if I would announce it. I think it would be great for you guys to have a notification and a surprise that I'm back. But I don't know. I don't know too much about Twitch in terms of them keeping channels online that have no content. But I think if I stay on as a viewer occasionally, that probably would keep my account active. Even when Nugs is 30 years old, I still watch if I see the notification. See, I love that. I love that. We'll always be here for that funny Padre with the cool glasses. Yeah, I tried. I still have these on my desk too. They've been sitting here for a while. I got these at TwitchCon. See, check those out. I'll never ever forget TwitchCon as well. Those were some great times as well. Had a blast doing all this and sharing everything with you guys. I'd rather jump off a bridge full of crocodile than leave Padre. Ah, dang. See, you guys are freaking amazing. And this is the part that hurts, right? It's the part where I have to, like, be strong and say, well, here we go. We are not ending, but we're simply saying, see you guys later. And this is not the end. Like I said, this is something I do want to do again, or I want to continue doing at a later time. And yeah, I do need the break. I absolutely do need the break. And Twitch is blocking you? I'm so sorry. Wait, what happened? See you around, Space Cowboy. Love it. Love it, love it. No crying, compadres. Stay strong. Yes, please, my compadres. Stay strong. I've poured my heart out into this for the last 2 years and almost 1 month. And I wouldn't give it up for, I wouldn't say this was a bad time. And it was a learning experience, and I loved every single second of doing this. I played some dope games. I had like awesome freaking laughs. You guys just don't understand like how much that helped my mood, and helped cheer me up, and how much I gave up to do this with you guys. And I hope you guys understand that. It's like I did give up so much to do this. And did he say see you in 6 months? Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can definitely say see you in 6 months and see if 6 months rolls around. We can certainly put a timer up and put a timer up somewhere, maybe the Padre clock. And you know, if I have to reset it, I'll let you guys know I have to reset this clock. Mine too. Your streams helped a lot too. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, Richard. Like, it means a lot. It means so much. Are you keeping the Discord open? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Discord will remain open. Please, please, please continue to interact with each other there. I'm not going to shut it down. I will keep that open. Definitely still want to see whatever it is you guys send, especially on the reaction stream. There's so many posts in there now. Like there's so many things to go back to whenever we do start this up again and go have laughs about. That is going to be freaking amazing when I do come back. But I do need the break. This will not be the last stream. If we will wait for the next one. Yeah. Also, they never delete inactive accounts. So great to hear that. Because I want to keep it active. Like I invested so much into this. I invested a lot into this. And I don't want to lose everything. But I'll do my best to try to keep this as active as possible. There are other streamers I do intend on going to pop in every now and again. I've created great relationships with them. I've had, I've gotten hugs from some of these people that I've met for the first time in person, which is absolutely wonderful. And I just couldn't ask for, better group of people that I've been surrounded with for the last 2 years. So, Padre the Compadres helped me a lot. The Compadres will never die if I stay a compadre. Once a compadre, always a compadre. So they might delete it if Twitch shuts down. Yeah, that is true. That is true. They do have some financial issues, which Amazon owns Twitch. So we'll see how that goes. Forever a compadre, 100%. I will try to start streaming again. Yes, Shawnee, please. Please. Shawnee, you have a great voice for it too, by the way. Again, never seen you in person. Hopefully one day that occurs. But yeah, I've never. You have the sweetest voice to do streaming, and yes, you should continue doing that. You should start doing that again. I think we had some great laughs on your stream too. But guys, like I said, this is not goodbye. This is see you guys later. Again, I'm to the point in my life where I just can't carry all this anymore. It's a lot, and I'm not dumping you guys. I will see you guys later. That I can assure you of. The darn bald thumb man always ruins it all. Yeah, he does. He does. He has a way of doing that. With my other business too. Yeah, he has a way of doing that. So I don't want anybody to sit here and be sad or whatever the case is. Look, I'm going to be sad without Padre stream. See, I just said don't be sad. Don't be sad, guys. There are other streamers I can recommend you guys to that are, have the same type of humor I have, and I'm sure you guys will have a blast with them. Now I'm starting to get choked up. Excuse me. I am
emotional, damn it.
Yep. 100% emotional damage. I've there's other streamers you guys will find and hang out with, and I can recommend some to you guys. And we dance, we celebrate the good memories. Yep. Sniff, Air Force. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you so much for jumping on today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Again, I've just to the point where Air Force is one, just so you guys know, go jump on his stream, check his streams out. Can I get a shout out for Air Force? Can I get Kuro to do that one last time? Maybe, if you can hear me. If it works, I don't know. But Air Force is a very good one. I love his streams. He does ride around a lot on his motorcycle. Wow, that command didn't work either, huh? There we go. I was about to say, wait. And I was on one stream one day, like recently for Air Force, and I had a blast playing a game that he was playing. It's an interactive game, and had some cool laughs. So Air Force is definitely one to check out 100%. Ed Placencia, another one that jumps on my stream every now and again. He streams almost daily, 5 days a week. He's another good one. He plays a lot of Overwatch. He's into the Marvel Rivals, and he checks out new games too when they come out. So he's another one to go check out and watch as well and follow. After all this time, I realized I haven't been following Air Force. Air Force is a very good one to follow. Check out his streams, guys. And again, it's been great. It's been 100% great. There's nothing. I have not had a poor or bad experience with this. And Padre just needs a break. Padre is swamped with work. Padre is super, super, super busy. And I'm doing you guys an injustice by not keeping up to the schedule that I set in Twitch, or the schedule that I told you guys that I would stream for. And it's not fair to you guys. I'm just so you guys know. Okay, this part is very personal. I do seek mental health help. Okay, I'm not crazy by no means. I run 2 companies, for crying out loud. I ain't crazy, but I do struggle quite a bit with just life itself sometimes. And again, I carry a lot, and so this isn't the end if we're just taking a break from the long tunnel. There you go. That's a good way to put it. There's light at the end of it. There's light at the end of it. So I appreciate that message. I appreciate all the positivity that you guys have poured in to jumping on multiple times a week for almost 2 years and making me laugh, and me making you laugh, and giving you guys advice, and having a streamathon that we did for 48 hours. That was a great freaking time. Certainly that one was, that one pushed me to the limits. And I saw that I can do that, and I accomplished that too. And the only crazy one here is me. Nugs is a little out there too. And I accomplished all those things, and we had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. I'm not shutting anything down. This is not goodbye. This is simply unforgettable. Yeah, simply unforgettable. This is simply just see you guys later. And reach out to me on Discord. You guys can reach out directly to me. If you guys ever need anything, need advice or anything I can help you guys with, don't feel like you guys can't reach out. Again, Discord is still open. It will remain open. I will not shut that down unless Discord itself shuts it down. But again, and for the last time, I love you guys. I will forever be humbled, grateful, and thankful that you guys were here. I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. This was Padre with Padre Plays, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.